She broke the plane's low hum with a voice sharp enough to turn heads in row 8. Well, she sneered, eyes raking over me. Look who's slumming it with the rest of us. The king of failures himself. Her laughter was dipped in that same smugness. She wore the day she slid divorce papers across our kitchen table, signing them with a Mont Blanc pen, probably a gift from her new, deep-pocketed husband. The diamond on her hand caught the plane's LED lighting like it had its own spotlight, matching the frost in her gaze beneath layers of designer makeup. I glanced at her, then down at my boarding pass. Seat 8A. Window. Hers? 8B, of course. Life had a twisted sense of humor. I gave a small nod, silent but steady. She had no idea. No clue I wasn't on this Los Angeles flight by chance. She couldn't begin to suspect that this moment, this exact flight, was a keystone in a plan I'd spent 2 years quietly perfecting. Back then, I was just a guy with a cluttered garage, a pile of circuit boards, and an obsession with drones. Nobody took it seriously. Not investors, not friends, and certainly not her. If you just finished a proper degree, maybe someone would give a damn. She'd spat after yet another demo ended in polite rejection. We met in college. She was ambition in high heels, all boardrooms and future Forbes covers. I was the kid with dirty hands and wild ideas. She claimed she loved my fire, until the spark stopped throwing off dollar signs. I found out the truth one stormy Thursday. Her phone lit up on the counter while she showered. Just one text. Gregory bottle with popping cork. So cliche, it was almost insulting. I didn't confront her. I let it all play out like a slow, silent collapse. Strange perfumes, cold dinners, late nights that didn't add up. Then one evening, she looked up from her salad and said, in the tone one might use ordering a non-fat latte, "We're heading in different directions." She walked away with everything, our house, our SUV, and a new title. Mrs. Gregory Tolan, married to a hedge fund heavyweight. I got a nickname, Failure King, that her circle tossed around like a private joke, complete with a trending hashtag. But there's a certain power in being underestimated. I disappeared from the social circuits and into the shadows, working 12-hour nights with cold coffee and relentless focus. My drone system, software for stabilizing emergency flight paths and autonomous landing, was finally noticed. DARPA came first. FEMA followed. Then a private aerospace firm signed on. Suddenly, I had contracts, patents, a tight-knit team, and leverage that felt like armor. But I wasn't finished. I kept tabs on her, not out of love, but strategy. She flaunted her new life. Yachts, galas, private planes, Gregory always on her arm. That's how I knew she'd be on Flight 79. His company had a major conference in L.A. I booked a seat weeks in advance, under a dummy corporation, ball cap low, hoodie plain. I looked every bit the washed-up ex. She turned to me as we taxied out, lip curled. Still wasting time with those little toy helicopters? I smiled faintly, just taking in the view. She sipped her mimosa, dismissed me like a bad joke. Half an hour in, the captain's voice broke over the intercom. Then nothing. Panic flared. A child cried. A flight attendant rushed to the cockpit. Then a desperate plea. "If anyone here can fly this plane, we need you now." She looked at me, fear cracking her polished shell. "You," she asked, barely above a whisper. "What are you going to do? Save us?" I rose without a word, her expression folding from mockery into disbelief. I walked the aisle, hearts thudding around me, and stepped into the cockpit. The captain was unconscious. The co-pilot was pale, overwhelmed. I slid into the seat. "Activate Echo Protocol 1, I said. My voice unlocked the system I designed, a last-chance AI-guided drone network, able to stabilize and land aircraft autonomously. A concept laughed off years ago. Now it was real, and it worked. 20 minutes later, we touched down as smoothly as any textbook landing. Cheers erupted. Reporters were waiting on the tarmac. The crew shook my hand. Someone shouted, "He's a genius." She stood off to the side, eyes hollow with disbelief. But the real aftershock came later. 6 months ago, I'd flown a drone near Gregory's firm's last big retreat. Captured footage. Fraud. Insider dealings. That evidence had been quietly waiting. The moment we landed, I leaked it. The fallout was instant. The SEC pounced. Gregory's empire crumbled in hours. Frozen assets. Headlines. Her name on every cheering. Implicated in insider trades. Her voice all over voicemail leaks. My company's valuation tripled. By evening, we were the hottest name in emergency aviation tech. 2 days later, at the gate for my flight home, she appeared. No diamonds, no design or anything, just tear-smudged eyeliner and disbelief. "You planned this," she rasped. I looked her in the eye, calm as ever. "No," I said. "You lit the match. I just let it burn." She didn't board. I did. 1A, window again. As the engines roared to life, the sky cracked open ahead.